Welcome and welcome back to Broken Buster here. I'm reading First Kings chapter 13 verses 20 through 34. And it came to pass as they sat at the table, the word of the Lord came unto the prophet that brought him back. And he cried unto the man of God that came from Judah, saying, Thus saith the Lord, for as much as thou hast disobeyed the mouth of the Lord, and hast not kept the commandments which the Lord thy God commanded thee, but camest back and hast eaten bread and drunken water in the place of which the Lord did say to thee, Eat no bread and drink no water, thy carcass shall not come into the sepulchre of thy father. And it came to pass, after he had eaten bread and after he had drunk, that he saddled for him the ass, to wit for the prophet whom he had brought back. And when he was gone, a lion met him by the way and slew him, and his carcass was cast in the way, and the ass stood by it. The lion also stood by the carcass. And behold, men passed by and saw the carcass in the way, and the lion standing by the carcass. And they came and told it in the city where the old prophet dwelt. And when the prophet that brought him back from the way heard thereof, he said, It is the man of God who was disobedient unto the word of the Lord. Therefore the Lord hath delivered him unto the lion, which hath torn him and slain him according to the word of the Lord, which he spake unto him. And he spake to his son, saying, Saddle me the ass. And they saddled him. And he went and found his carcass cast in the way, and the ass and the lion standing by the carcass. And the lion had not eaten the carcass, nor tore the ass. And the prophet took up the carcass of the man of God, and laid it upon the ass, and brought it back. And the old prophet came to the city to mourn and to bury him. And he laid his carcass in his own grave, and they mourned over him, saying, Elias, my brother. And it came to pass, after he had buried him, that he spake to his son, saying, When I am dead, then bury me in the sepulchre wherein the man of God is buried. Lay my bones beside his bones. For the saying which he cried by the word of the Lord against the altar in Bethlehem, and against the houses of the high places, where are the cities of Samaria, shall surely come to pass. After this thing, Jeroboam returned not from his evil way, but made again of the lowest of the people priests of the high places, whosoever would he consecrate him, and he became one of the priests of the high places. And this thing became sin unto the house of Jeroboam, even to cut it off and to destroy it from off the face of the earth. A lot of people think just because you're a man of God, especially nowadays, but it shows even back then, that you can disobey God and everything will be all right. Even now, this is the Old Testament, but now we living in the New Testament. A lot of people like to say, "Oh, we living by grace and mercy." Don't play with God. God is not to be played with. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and 13 says something to the effect of, "Fear God and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man." God is to be feared. God is a good God. He's great, but He is not to be played with. I'm talking to myself as well. We can't think that we ever get to a level of holiness that we don't have to tread lightly. You know what I'm saying? We can go boldly before the throne of grace, but we have to live what God is telling us to live, because a lot of people say, "Oh, when Christ come back," or the return of Christ. Your time when Christ come back is when your soul is required of you. Don't play with God. Y'all have a blessed day.